Zach up front.
Austin, as you probably got a sense of, there was so much outside noise this week because of the loss last week, all the injuries that were happening, just the changes. Maybe it could have been easy for you guys to lose confidence or feel down. How important was it for you guys to come out here and get this win and play the way you did and kind of get that out of your system?
Sure. You know, you're totally right about the noise. And our team had a decision to make early in the week, whether we were going to buy into it or we were going to block it all out, focus on us, go have a great week of practice and bring great energy and play the Gator way. And, you know, I'm proud of the way that we played. We left a lot out there, and, you know, still with that, it was a great team win.
And I know this is the storyline this week was obviously with Muschamp and McElwain and maybe trying to prove that with this game and him coming here that this was the right decision, or that McElwain has this program headed in the right direction. Does this game kind of show that?
Sure. I mean, I don't really know about, you know, Muschamp other than that I came here for a recruiting visit and, you know, got a chance to meet him. That was back when, it was like, I think it was Driscoll's first year.
Wow.
We actually roomed together at a camp back in the Urban Meyer days to show how old we are. But, yeah, I mean, our locker room is 100% behind Coach Mack and what he's doing for our program. You know, his message, his vision is we're behind it 100%. And, you know, I think it's sure big for him. I'm sure it maybe had a little bit extra for him. But for us, it's just another game, another big game, you know, just because it's the next game. And we're happy to get the win. You know, we're going to go back, watch it, get fixed. Because, again, we shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. We could have had 40 out there if we played the way we're capable of. And, you know, we'll get it fixed and we'll be ready for next week.
Ryan on the right.
How do you assess your play, and what do you feel you brought to the offense today?
I think our offense stayed on rhythm. I think what we didn't do last week was win first and second down, and when you get stuck in third and longs, you can be Tom Brady, but it's still going to be hard. You know, because then the pass rush starts coming. They start bringing all the exotic blitzes. You get the crazy coverages. It's hard. We won first down. We were able to get into second and manageable. We were able to move the pocket. We were able to do some of the misdirection. We could run the ball. You know, Coach Nuss is able to get creative in his calls. And once we get our tempo going, we start wearing down their front. You know, I stand back there and deliver the ball. And, you know, that's going to be huge for us to stay on rhythm, stay on tempo, and play the way we can.
And what was this last month like for you after they went back to Luke, not knowing if you get another chance to play this year?
It's trying times. You know, I do my very best to remain faithful, put my faith in God that, you know, I have a purpose here, you know, beyond football. But, you know, just to continue to be the best teammate, you know, the best person I can possibly be in this building, trying to impact my teammates in a positive way. I'm so fortunate that they never question me. They never have. You know, whether I'm in or not, my teammates know what I'm all about. They know how much I care for them, and they know what I'll do for them. And, you know, I'm so proud of the way that they rallied for me and picked up the pace in a lot of spots.
Robbie on the left.
Could you talk about the game plan they gave you? You seemed very comfortable from the start.
What they did?
Yeah, the game plan that Coach Nuss and Coach Mack gave you.
Oh, it's the stuff that we've been running all year. We just executed. We want to run the ball on early downs. We want to, you know, use some misdirection, try to mess up the reads of the defense, you know, mess up their eyes, and, you know, just continue to do what we do. We were able to stay in those second and manageable, third and manageable, so where we can dial up whatever we want. And, you know, we were able to do that, and the offensive line, even how decimated we are with injuries up front, were able to keep me clean, you know, and I was able to get it out quick. You know, I'm as much a part of protection as the offensive line as much as the receivers. They get open, ball's out, and we were able to stay on rhythm.
Mike up front.
Yeah, you said when you got back, went back to the bench that you kept the faith, but you obviously you didn't want to go back to the bench. I'm just wondering, how hard is it to keep from, for lack of a better word, sulk?
I think you look inside yourself, and, you know, it would be easy for somebody to say, you know, to heck with this. I'm going to go sit at the end of the bench and pout. That's not who I am. That's not the way I was raised. And I owe it to my teammates to be ready, because I am at a drop of a hat, you know. And that's they count on me, so I can't for 1 second even think about, packing it in. That's just not who I am.
Pat in the back.
Do you have to introduce yourself to any of your offensive lineman teammates? Because there's so many guys that coming in that hadn't played all year.
Well, I mean, I've been with the twos the entire spring camp and the entire fall camp, so those were my dudes. I was actually kind of more comfortable with them. The only time I was ever with the ones in camp was in fastballs, but I mean, those are my guys. Step in and go play. Just go relax and go play. When TJ came in there, he kind of got the look and like, hey man, just we go do what we do. And we settled in. Same with Harkless and some others, and we just go play football the Gator way. We're so deep. We've got so much talent on this team that it doesn't matter who's out there. If we play to our standard, we'll be successful.
Thomas on the right.
I know you've only been here for this year, but Florida under Jim McElwain so far hasn't fared particularly well on the road, especially against good teams. How much is this LSU game, with everything that's going to be on the line, a chance for you guys to just really make a statement for the program going forward?
It's the biggest game of the year because it's the next game of the year, and we know it's at stake. We want to go back to Atlanta, and this is the next step in order to get there. We've got a lot of guys dinged up, and with that said, the next man's up. We're going to have a great game plan. These guys are going to bust their tail. They'll be in here till midnight or later trying to get the best plan possible for us. And then it's up to us to go out and practice and bring great energy, great focus, great enthusiasm, and put in the work to put ourselves in the best position to be successful.
Edgar up front.
We have the Purdue transfer matchup coming, it looks like, again. What's that dynamic going to be like, you think?
I mean, it's definitely neat for us, just kind of our paths and how things didn't go necessarily as we would have wanted them to go at Purdue. Nevertheless, how thankful we are and how fortunate we are that we've been able to find homes that, still hasn't been easy, but, where we've been able to get an opportunity and a chance to go play and go play, at a high level and have a chance to win a championship, both of us. I'm a big Danny Etling fan. I wish him nothing but the best. I'm sure he'd probably say the same thing. We had a great relationship. At the end of the day, we play against defenses. It's not like we're going toe-to-toe. But, it's definitely going to be neat to run out there and give him a hug before the game or after the game and see what we can do.
The whole senior day kind of deal out there today, did you feel like a bit of an outlier maybe? I mean, guys going through 4 and 5 years and all the ups and downs, and like you've been here like 8 months or 10 months or so.
Maybe if it was a different place, but the way that these guys, particularly the seniors, welcomed me and took me under their wing from the second I walked into the first team meeting. I sat over there, my seat's on the left, right in the front. I went straight up to the senior seats, and Jared Davis, Cam Dillard. I didn't have a place to live yet. I was living in the Holiday Inn down the road for the first couple days before I figured out where I was going to live. And he offered to let me sleep on the couch. And just the way that these guys, the togetherness, it's truly a family. And I know some guys have said that it hasn't always been that way. It's that the chemistry's improved, I guess, over the years. But as far as my experience has gone, I've never felt closer with the team, with every single guy that I do here. And, it was my first start in the Swamp. It's my last start in the Swamp. It's a day that I'm never going to forget. I'm going to cherish it. And, I'm just so thankful for those guys for making it so special for me.
Last two, Matt and then Ryan.
Austin, can you take us through the 30-yard run you had there at the beginning, and what did that do in terms of what the defense did and how they had to react the rest of the way?
It's just a simple zone read. We've been running it all year. Teams have been making us give it. And that particular play, the end crashed, and we had a great block on the edge by Ciante, who had played a great game. And then I was doing my best to get 240 pounds moving. It kind of got the spark going. And we were able to score, I think, a play later or 2 plays later, and kind of set the tone for the game, but what we're going to be all about, and I think it was big for us.
Ryan, last one.
Do you feel this is your job the rest of the way now?
I don't count my reps, I make my reps count, but I'm going to be ready to do everything that I can do to be prepared, the most prepared quarterback in the country, the most prepared quarterback on this team. If my number's called, I'm up for the challenge, and I'm excited for the challenge.
Thanks, guys.